Hi, my name is Shadow. Today in this video, I'm gonna talk about CEO and what I've learned. Rule number one, first thing, what I experienced is that everything is a little pricey, so it's not gonna be at a reasonable price. Like at each restaurant that you go to, whether if it's like a breakfast joint like IHOP or like a lunch area like Bubblegums, they're gonna be charging you around like $10 to $15 per meal. And that's something that you should look out when you're going out of town. That certain things are gonna be priced at a different price because of the location and events that are going on, like CEO gaming tournament. Things are going to be priced different. And as far as the merchandise too is going to be a little up there, like around 25 to sometimes even $50. That's something too that you should pay attention to and take that cost into consideration. I've noticed that when I was over there at the venue, to get a spectator pass, you have to pay $90, and the pass is like this. Without this, you're not able to go see or buy any merch at the venues that they have over there. So you're gonna need a spectator pass to go participate in that. I've noticed that the layout in Daytona is kind of like New York. If you've been to New York, you walk across the street to like the restaurants, like to Burger King or McDonald's or the Chinese restaurant or the pizza restaurant by the side, like Domino's or Pizza Hut, whatever you have. They're gonna be priced at around $10 to $15, like I said from before. Nothing here is gonna be I would say at a cheap and affordable price, because this area attracts tourism, like a lot of guests. So you're gonna see a bunch of traffic and guest flow during these events and conventions. I've noticed that at the venue, there is very little areas where you can move around because everybody's cramped up to each other. I've also noticed that the prices on drinks have went up. If you want to get a soda over there at the convention, it's $5. I think it's pretty expensive. Another thing that you should just pay attention to is I talked about food, drinks. Another thing that you should pay attention to is what these events got going on. Like, do they have places where you can go and meet up, like the beaches? There's a couple beaches down here. There's some close by. Some grocery stores down here. It's like a couple blocks away. The closest restaurant as far as breakfast wise was IHOP, but I went there this morning trying to get some breakfast, and it was like in the middle of nowhere, right next to a gas station. And when I went inside the restaurant, I've noticed that there was a whole big line of people just sitting there trying to get their name called so that way they can sit and place an order. I've realized that that there's a bunch of guests, there's a bunch of people, and when you do things like this, you're kind of asking yourself like, hey, with all these people that's gonna be here, am I really gonna have time to do what I want to do? That's what I've noticed. But overall, I had fun. The pros of this event is that, you know, I was able to go see some famous people like Yipes and Tasty Steve. Those were the two guys that I grew up watching in the video game community, and it was nice that I got to see them in person and actually talk to them and shake their hand. Another thing that I've noticed is that a pro was, I got to go meet a lot of people in the gaming community and not feel like, oh, this was just all about video games. It's more of a community where you guys kind of reach out and just it's kind of like a family. You guys help each other out because you guys are so tight and so close to each other. In proximity, you guys really know how to help your friends out and your family members. So I've noticed that. I really appreciate that, and I also appreciate the fact that you could go there and talk to them, even if it's nothing that has to do with video games, and they'll still approach you like a normal human being. They'll still talk to you, they'll still reason with you, and they'll still put time and effort in to get to know you in the fighting game community. Like, I'm the type of person, I used to play video games, but then I stopped because I wanted to focus more on my music and my whole social media presence. But I still was recognized. Like, they did not push me away. They did not talk to me bad. They appreciated me for having the time, and they actually acknowledged me. And I'm just really grateful for that. I'm really grateful for the experiences and what I've encountered throughout this trip. The bad thing I want to say about it is the only bad thing I would say is the place where I'm staying at. When you go into like an apartment or Airbnb like this, you're not gonna get what you normally get, like drinks or water, or you're not gonna get like good Wi-Fi service so you can go on your cellular device or check your text messages. You might get it, but then at the end of the day, they're gonna cut it off and then charge you more money for having a Wi-Fi service. So you're gonna have to find other ways to occupy your time while you're here, and not everything that you would want in an area like this or a hotel is gonna be there. So that's why you gotta learn just to adapt and be flexible and just know how to have fun. But I really appreciate you guys checking out this video and watching. I'll be back with some more. I want you guys to have a good day and stay tuned for more videos.